Salmon, guys. As the world has gone to the dogs, like really, really got to the dogs. I've been following the whole Diddy story. Sean Combs. Um, his house was raided 10 months ago. There's so many alleged sexual assault, drug trafficking, human trafficking. But this video is not really about Diddy, but it's just again about how the world moves. So we all know that if America sneezes, we all catch a cold. And one of the things that's always pissed me off, or maybe one of the things that I've always found very confusing about the American law, is people getting sued. Like someone wrongs you and you sue them. So someone slaps me, I get money from them. Someone, rapes someone, they can get money from it. I've never understood that system. I've never understood that. Maybe someone who's a lot smarter can explain. I understand in seeking financial compensation for potential income lost, if you had to go to psychology or to go to a doctor. I understand getting a financial compensation. What I don't understand is you'll have a situation where someone will open a case around sexual assault, something as sensitive and as painful as sexual assault, and then the victim of the sexual will then go and sue them for money. Hey guys, I don't know if someone were to sexually assault my child, as an example, you wouldn't be able to pay me enough money. You would. So the judge goes, guilty, you have to pay him so much money. No, guilty, this person needs to go to prison and rot in there. It makes very, very, very little sense. We watched a video of P. Diddy beating Cassie, beating Rocky Balboa. Bah, bah. I understand if Cassie then wanted money for medical, the hospitalization, the psychological damage, so now she has to go for psychology, psychiatry, potential loss of income because now she can't be singing or dancing because I get that. Excuse me. But that must be coupled with him going to prison for that. We have this narrative that has always been pushed. Money gets you out of shit. But then we continue it. Like we literally continue it. We watch it. I'm sitting and I'm watching these things. Those with money just pay it off. And then the rest of us go, yeah, there's justice. No, the rest of us need to be going, no. Yes, pay her for medical bills. Yes, pay her for psychological bills. Yes, pay her for lost income. But, Mr. Diddy, go to prison. Go to prison. I'm against any bullying of sorts. I believe that a person can use violence to defend themselves. I truly believe that. However, with that being said, if you go and attack a person in Kapakeles, go to prison and then pay their medical bills. But don't get a system where if you have money, you don't need to go to prison. Like, why? That doesn't make any sense, guys. For me, it still shocks me in South Africa that when paying like a speeding fine, that we all pay the same amount. That doesn't make sense. If I make R1 million a day and I speed and then you give me a ticket for 1,000 rand, the pain that I feel who makes R1 million a day is not the same as the person who makes 15,000 rand a month getting the exact same ticket. How is it that this country has figured out a way to tax us based on our income, but not to punish us based on our levels that we're at? It again shows people with money just keep getting away with shit. And we watch the moral fabric of this world just breaking apart right in front of us. We watch the whole moral fabric of this world crying ooh and ah here, ooh and ah here, and then clapping hands for the wrong reasons. It's absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And then I'm watching the news and people are going on and on and on. Assault, yeah, he beats a woman, he beats a woman. Guys, let me be very clear. Assault to me is genderless. Assault to me is genderless. I know some of you guys are bitching and going, If you're a feminist, come closer to the screen. Hitting a man, man to man, woman to man to woman, whatever the case is with adults, it is equally as wrong and should be treated the same. If you disagree, Miss Feminist who's watching this, then you are basically saying, Guti, from a physical point, women need to be treated differently than men. Therefore, any job that requires physicality, like being a police or a soldier, women are less than. That's what you're saying. Women are less than, on average, than men. And if you are less than in a job, any job, your job, if you are less than someone else, you should earn less. Again, I'm not saying, Guti, it is right to assault our sisters. I'm also not saying it's not right to assault our brothers. Any assault is wrong. And I see it the same. But now it's much like, yeah, it's worse that he beats Ubanbani. Hey, but then she must get money. What are we teaching people? People got assaulted, sexually assaulted, and then they're going, Bafuni man, give me money in exchange for the fact that you sexually assaulted me. And these courts are going, yes, give them money. Yes. These people are drug traffickers. These people are drug traffickers. They've killed through the use of or the selling of their drugs so many kids. But now we give them a fine? The fine can be add on. The fine can be you've destroyed this community, it's equated to this. However, you are a threat to humanity. Go rot in prison. Go rot in prison. Guys, it just makes no sense. It really doesn't make sense because, again, I believe in punishment. I believe that there's ways. I'm still the guy who thinks that cheating should be made illegal, because that breaks down the moral fabric of society. Anything that breaks down the moral fabric of society and makes us move backwards as a community, I believe should be illegal. And in this country, it is perfectly okay for a man to cheat on his girlfriend with no legal repercussions, but the moment he shoves her, she opens a case for assault. I'm saying, Wuti, guys, if shoving a person is worthy a case for assault, imagine the psychological abuse that our sisters go through when men are constantly cheating on them. Someone needs to measure this somewhere. Someone needs to sit somewhere and say, hey, guys, any form of infidelity, let's measure it like a speeding ticket. If you drive at this thing, here's your punishment. That thing, here's your punishment. If you married and have 3 kids and it's been 10 years, oh, then damn, there's your punishment. The same way that we know that pushing a person doesn't get you the same jail time as you stomping a person and putting them in hospital. It's not the same. So again, I'm all about the fabric of society. And I'm watching this thing, this whole Diddy thing, and I'm going, this guy has so many cases. There's allegedly what allegedly what in hospital, the drugs allegedly, the human trafficking. And I'm like, all society does is just give him, this guy's worth over $1 billion. He's worth over $1 billion. Then you give him financial fines. It doesn't mean anything. It really, it's like if you are earning your 30,000 Rand a month and then every time you mess up, someone says you're fine. And I'm talking about a big mess up. I'm talking about life in prison mess up. Then they say, oh no, you just need to pay 5% of your financial income, let's just say. You're like, well, I make 30K, so what's 5%? 5% is 1.5. Okay, I'll pay 1.5 rather than going to prison for the next 20 years. Seems fair. No, guys. It can't be. It can't be that we flip and flop in society. We flip and flop to suit a certain narrative. And me and you, who are dumb warriors on social media, we're not saying it's bullshit. No. He mustn't pay Cassie a cent. He must go to prison. The only cent that must be going is hospital bills, psychological bills, loss of income. Outside of that, if you're sexually assaulted and you are given a beat down, you're violent. Oh, if you can assault to Cassie like that, who's the next person? Who's an unknown? And what also shocks me with these things, as in American snacks, is the fact that it's only people that have money that get taken to court to get sued. It's weird, guys. Society is broken. Do we love money that badly? Are we controlled by money that badly that we are willing to sell our essence? We watch families crumble and crash because we're willing to sell human trafficking. We're willing to kill our communities with drugs. What is it that we're not willing to do for money. We are willing to accept that we got raped. Oh, he raped me. Oh, it's so sad. Okay, here's 2 million. Okay, sharp, he didn't rape me anymore. Like, make that make sense. The rapist must go to prison. He must die there. He must die. If he goes and beats our sisters, he must go to prison. We mustn't pay. Hey, go to prison. Go to prison. There's no if buts or coconuts. But then again, I'm not going to make a bigger hoo-ha because now this person is male or female. No, the law is the law is the law is the law. And in a man I'm a feminist, then let's keep it the same. Let's keep it equal. Let's keep it equal. Now, if you cheat on your husband, go to prison. If it's a girlfriend of 2 weeks, a girlfriend of 2 weeks, they must go to prison for a weekend. If it's your girlfriend of 2 years, you must go to prison for 2 months. And if she cheated 5 times, she must 2 months times 5. How do we build this society? How do we really objectively build society if there's nothing that keeps the moral integrity of it together? How? We go on these platforms, we scream about corruption, we scream about this, we scream about, but there's things that we are doing in our day-to-days where we are constantly faced with hard decisions, and we make the fucked up decision every single day. Look, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm saying, hey, I would have been one of those guys that also in prison for gang. But with that being said, maybe I would have learned my lesson a lot sooner. If you had just said, hey, pap, instead of paying a traffic cop a coke for driving a little bit over the speed limit, now you're going to prison for a weekend. No, you're going to prison for 6 months because you shouldn't have done this. The psychological scoring that you've done on sisters, the emotional damage that you've done on sisters, no, you have to pay for their psychology bills. And on top of that, you need to go to prison for 6 months because we can't have people like you who think like you, who can destroy the fabric of society. Something. Again, it's just a thought. I was just wanting to just talk about this whole Diddy thing. The society as a whole, because then I realized how rotten we all are, and the fact that people are just anyway. Let me know what you guys think, especially about this Diddy thing. Let me know what you guys think about my whole cheating should be illegal and you should go to prison because in Kangile, and you guys have destroyed psychologically and emotionally other sisters and brothers out there. You guys know who you are. Anyway, share this video far and wide. Hit that subscription button and the notification bell. Guys, I'm out.